Hello everybody, back again with another video. Hope you're doing well. Hope your life's going well. Hope this week has gone well for you, and I hope that today has gone well for you. Today is Tuesday, July the 30th, 2024. It's about 8:20 a.m. Central Standard Time. Hope you're doing well. Hope that it's been a productive week for you so far, and it's been a stress-free week for you. As for me, I'm doing good. Got working a little bit, but decided to come on here and make a video for y'all before I go to work. And so today's video is going to be a topic that was suggested to me by Hobo393. Just asked me to talk about America in 10 years or 20 years, but talk about where I think America is going to be in 10 years. And this is one I kind of had to think about a little bit. So I did write down some points that I want to discuss. Just some of the different things that I think will be going on within the next, in 10 years, basically. So I do think that there will be different industries that experience a lot of growth. Jobs working with artificial intelligence. There will be more robotics technicians, EV techs, etc. Right? Mainly jobs dealing with automation. You're going to see a lot more, especially the robotics technicians. A lot of these different warehouses, facilities, distribution centers, they are transitioning over to AI instead of having actual warehouse workers. Warehouse work, I think, will be a thing of the past eventually. I'm not sure it's going to be within the next 10 years, but I do think it'll be within the next I'd say 30 to 50 years. I know that's a pretty big range, but within the next 30 to 50 years, we pretty much won't even see a warehouse worker outside of somebody working on a robot or some sort of automated machine. Also, EV techs, we will have an increase in EV techs, because EVs are pretty much going to be the future. They are trying to get away from regular combustible engines, and they're moving towards electric vehicles. And so the shift towards electric vehicles will cause a boost in the amount of EV techs needed, because that is a specialized skill. Like someone who works on regular cars wouldn't necessarily be able to work on an electric vehicle. You kind of need another skill set to actually work on EVs. And so, we will have that kind of transition, and we will have these boosts in different industries, right? I do think EVs will be more popular. They're going to be more affordable. Right. And so right now, EVs in general still aren't very affordable. But I think, in 10 years, EVs will be more affordable. There will be a lot more charging stations than what you see out there now, because, I know we talk about how they don't have the infrastructure to build, different, a lot of different charging stations all over the place like they do with gas stations. But they can change that. I think, like I say, there will be more EV charging stations. And then also, too, I do think that they will have it to where EVs will be able to charge faster than what they can now. Because like I said, this is a market that, as we speak, they are currently trying to develop and make better. Right? I think Tesla is going to be more popular. You know, it's one of the largest EV makers out here. They'll probably be more popular. And yeah, EVs in general. Also think the United States national debt will be well over $40 trillion. I think it's at about 34 trillion now, if I'm not mistaken. But, you know, as the government spends more and more money, goes deeper and deeper into debt, I think we will surpass $40 trillion in national debt, right? You have to remember, they spend like there's no tomorrow. So it's unfortunate, but and by the way, too, I don't think this debt will ever be repaid. That's just too much debt. $40 trillion. Imagine if one person was in $40 trillion of debt. Man, you know that's not going to ever get paid off. I mean, just slowing the interest down will be a huge challenge for America. Just slowing down the accumulation of interest every month, let alone actually paying the debt off, paying that principal off. You see, you know, I'm just being honest. Don't think we're going to come out of it. It's going to increase. I also think crime will get worse as the middle class shrinks. That is definitely something that we will see. I mean, we're already seeing the middle class shrinking, and so within the next 10 years, we will see the middle class shrink even more. We will see more people fall into poverty, which will lead to more crime across pretty much every U.S. major city. We're pretty much already on that trajectory. It's already been increasing now. Middle class has been shrinking, and I just think within the next 10 years, it'll probably get worse. I think that that stress will probably cause more incidences in road rage crimes as well. And so we will see an increase in road rage. As people's patience just goes down, wages will not keep up with inflation still. We will still have that problem within the next 10 years because you have to remember, corporations want to increase their profits. And a good way to do that is for them to make more money and not increase their wages. So that's a problem that we see now, and I just think that it'll probably be worse in 10 years. I think that certain industries, due to automation, will end up going away. Well, not going away completely within 10 years, but we'll see a decrease in different sectors such as tech, different office jobs. I mean, even accounting, you can automate many processes in accounting jobs. And so we will see a decrease in these industries. What else will we see? We'll probably see a decrease in the amount of combustible engine mechanics as we move towards the EV era. But then it's like at the same time, those mechanics can get trained on how to work on EVs. So that's not really going to be a bad thing necessarily. Trying to think of what other industries would probably go down. Many industries, right? Pretty much, well, yeah, many industries. One that comes to mind is fast food. I think they already have a few fast food restaurants out here that are fully automated. You're definitely going to see more fast food restaurants that are fully automated. You're going to see a lot less retail workers as well. They're going to automate even more processes in these retail stores too. You're going to see a lot more self-checkouts. You might not ever see a cashier ever after about 20 or 30 years. But we're talking about in the next 10 years, you're going to see a lot more self-checkouts. And, as companies look to increase their profits, they're looking for positions to cut. I've seen machines that can stock shelves. So you might see an increase in automated stocking machines in these stores. Inventory jobs, all those type of jobs probably be automated as well. And so, you're going to see more automation take away jobs. So I do think owning a home will be more unaffordable than what it is now. It's already quite unaffordable, but it'll probably be a bit worse as the middle class shrinks, as wages don't keep up with inflation. But I still think it'll be doable though. It's just you pretty much have to, at a certain point, have dual incomes, right? You, significant other, pull your money together, and then you'll own a home. But a single person owning a home will be extremely difficult in 10 years. It's already difficult now, probably be worse. But I do think that skilled labor will still be around. I know they talk about automating trucking. I don't think that that'll be automated in the next 10 years. Maybe within the next, I'd say 30 to 50 years, it will be, but I don't know about the next 10 years. Electricians, plumbers, I think these jobs are still going to be around, even if they attempt to try to automate some of the jobs they do. I mean, it's, like I say, this skilled labor, it's harder. It's harder to automate versus some sort of like computer-based job, such as tech or, IT or whatever. So I think skilled labor still be around. I also think that in 10 years, social media may or may not see a decline. Now, I'm kind of torn on this one because on one hand, I think that social media might get more popular, but on another hand, I think that there might be a shift towards less people using social media, as the negative impacts of social media, as the negative impacts that social media has on people continues to get exposed, right? You know, how social media leads to anxiety, depression, right? There's more and more articles, more and more stories about people quitting social media altogether and how their life dramatically improved from a mental and spiritual standpoint. And so we might see a shift, right? Social media is very addicting, so it probably won't ever go away completely, but we might see a slight shift. We might see a slight pullback from just everybody getting on social media without thinking about the long-term effects of it, right? It's kind of like fast food. Fast food is always going to be around, and that'll probably be around in the next 10 years, but there might be a shift, a slight pullback on the amount of people that eat it due to the negative effects of fast food, becoming more mainstream. Of course, you're still going to see fast food advertisements everywhere because, money. But like I said, there'd probably be a shift towards people eating more plant-based, more natural foods, more foods found in nature. I think we're going to see that shift, in 10 years. But I don't know for sure. This is just my honest opinion on where I think America's going to be in 10 years. So I kind of went through different things that I thought of that happen here in America, and whether they'll actually get worse or not. But that's really about it for this video. I really do thank you for watching, and once again, thanks to Hobo393 for leaving this suggestion. It was a really good suggestion, so yeah, thank you for that. Next video will be another suggestion. I'm gonna go through your comments and pick another one of y'all's suggestions. Y'all suggested a lot of good things, and so yeah. Anyway, thank you all for watching.